as we get to see Jan Hamon checking in for the very first time, playing for the Bacoor City Strikers, fresh off his stint in the PBA 3x3. Again, he used to star for the Pasay Voyagers. Ryan Sual also inside the ball game now. Sazon missing, rebound, Acuna. They go back to Montuano, who was not ready for it. One guy ahead, Sazon, one guy to beat, and he puts it in for two.
And that's the scorer that you have in Mpbl Sazon, giving you those mid-range shots plus the layup package.
Balik tayo sa 2-3 zone ng Marikina. Jan Hamon will make them pay.
Kakapasok lang ni Jan Hamon at pinaramdam na niya ang kanyang presence dito sa Bacoor.
That is what that guy can do. Jan Hamon, welcome back to the Mpbl. Turnaround shot is good para kay Mpbl Sazon.
Well, Mpbl Sazon, alam naman natin, he's not faced by any competition. He actually steps up even more sa mga ganitong klaseng games.
Jan Hamon again, no go. Rebound Ramirez. RJ will fire. That's too strong. Great effort mula kay Nomer Gonzalez. Dexter Mescaliado magbababa ng bola. He is a returnee for the Marikina Shoemasters. Used to play for them in the previous season, and he delivers with a basket.
That was a good decision by Dexter. Ang ganda nung konting opening lang, and he took that jump shot.
14-10, Marikina off to a great start here. Up by 4. 4 minutes and change remaining in the first. Montuano, they kick it out. Acuna onto Ramirez. 7 on the shot clock. RJ will fire. Could not make it. Great save by Lester Reyes. They go back to Hamon. One fake, step back three. Another miss. And this crowd of Bacoor just waiting for those shots to fall down. Ryan Sual's turn. That's short. Back and forth we go. Montuano. Catch, dribble, layup.
That was a good drive by Mark Montuano, using his body to defend the ball for that shot.
Dave Moralde and Ian Melenzo set to check in for the very first time in this season para sa Bacoor. Ramirez looking ahead. Here's Jan Hamon. Another pass could not be handled by Mark Montuano. And here we have the returning Ian Melenzo, one of the homegrowns of Cavite, playing once again for Bacoor, and Dave Moralde. You saw him from behind. First appearance in this season, also coming off of his PBA 3x3 experience. Couple of substitutions coming in as well. Edsel Mag-isa and Dexter Tolentino para naman sa Marikina. 14-12 our score. 3 minutes in the opening quarter. Sazon, the drive, the layup, too strong, one guy ahead. And Melenzo will bring that basketball down. Montuano onto Moralde. They swing it over. Jan Hamon bombs away.
That was a good extra pass by Dave Moralde, seeing that open guy in the corner for that open three. Grabe yung excitement dito, Migs. Nararamdaman ko talaga.
Garen, you can also look forward to the playoffs when we have it here. If they do make it, and if they do get home court advantage. Bacoor, things are looking great right now for them, with some lineup changes here at the halfway mark of the 2022 season. Dave Moralde, they go to Montuano for two.
Mark Montuano doing what he does best. Pag libre talaga, you know, that's his shot. He's gonna make it.
7-0 run para sa Bacoor City Strikers. Very loud here in the Strike Gym in Bacoor, Cavite. Under 2 minutes in the opening frame. Enzo Hoson set to check in for the first time. Ryan Sual makes a bucket.
Well, Ryan Sual has been steady also in their last game against Pasig, and that's what he's trying to do also now.
17-16, Marikina sticking with Bacoor. Same thing that they did against passing. Montuano onto Melencio. They swing it back to Jan Hamon. 7 on the shot clock, and Hamon is blocked. An action-packed first quarter. 9 minutes gone by. And this timeout is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. At chill nga muna tayo dahil simula pa lang ng ating laro. The score is 17-16 in favor of the home team. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Liga ng bawat Pilipino. Baseline inbound for Jan Hamon. He gets the ball back. Almost got it off the glass. Enzo Hoson, his first appearance in the ball game after suffering an ankle sprain in the previous outing, giving it to his best shooter, Yves Sazon, with another bucket.
And that's a successful duo that Marikina has in Yves Sazon and Enzo Hoson. And it's good to see Enzo back.
Between those two players, they're averaging 35 points combined. Sazon again, and he's fouled.
Grabe talaga yung chemistry. Alam nila kung saan po posisyon ang isa't isa. That's why Yves Sazon got that foul from the three-point line.
Take a look at that replay. Enzo Hoson locating Yves Sazon, the 5th best scorer in the league, averaging 17.4 points per game, behind Enzo Hoson, who is number 3 at 18.2 points per ball game. And Yves Sazon and Enzo Hoson are also number 4 and number 6 respectively in minutes averaged at 31.6 and 30.8. That explains why they have so much chemistry on the court, dahil ang tagal nga nilang naglalaro together. And speaking of these two talents, one of their former coaches, no, si Coach Nico Chonko is watching. Good evening tayo sa'yo, Coach Nico. Also si Paril Llagas and the Jensen Warriors. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. "43 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Free throws being made by Marikina. 20-17 ang ating talaan. Ian Melencio on to Dave Moralde. First attempt, no go. Rebound Sazon. Marikina looking ahead. 28 seconds here remaining in the first. Ryan Sual. Double cross. Jackson Tolentino. Free throw line jump shot is good.
You know what I like? What I'm seeing correct here in Marikina is very patient sila on offense. Enzo Hoson is trying to give a good pace with them. He's not, rushing anything. They're just trying to execute their plays. That's why they're up with the lead with 5 points. Now with 3.
Good shot right there by King Destacamento to end the first quarter. Back and forth we have gone. Action-packed, as we said. Baskets being made, especially by Marikina. They take control here, 22-17. But we felt the presence of these Bacoor players. Mark Montuano making mid-range shots. Jan Hamon making 2 threes in his debut in the season. What a first quarter here. Only actually make that a 3-point deficit para sa Bacoor.
Yeah, it's been action-packed now. Very exciting for both teams, both squads. They're doing everything right. But yun nga, Marikina here is scoring more points. That's why they're up by 3 points.
Basketball League dito lang sa Strike Gymnasium in Bacoor, Cavite. My name is Mika Abisamis and everyone has to be involved. Yan ang game plan ni Coach Willie Generalao ng Bacoor. Sabi niya, we have new players in Ian Melencio, John Hamon, and Dave Morales. So kailangan pa namin makita ang effect. In the meantime, walang bago, luma, star or bench. Lahat magtatrabaho. On the other hand, although they are all playing, Marikina is not 100% today. Enzo Joson has a sprain, Dexter Tolentino is not feeling well. RR Casejeros has an elbow injury, but like you said earlier, Migs, they have Terence Garcia, and I will tell you more about him as we go along. Migs, Garen.
Well, thank you, Mika. May pabitin pa siya doon. But Enzo Joson is actually looking 100% here. And then again, can you just imagine kung gaano karaming dedication yung pinapakita ng Marikina with these injuries to Joson and Tolentino, who's not feeling well. And si RR Casejeros, who we may be able to see later on. As you get to see this replay, Keita Sacramento continuing with how he ended in the first quarter. So the score now is 24-21. That being said, Garen, if you're Bacoor, yes, the fans are happy that you have Ian Melencio, John Hamon, and Dave Moralde. Pero can you talk us through the adjustments na kailangan talagang pagdaanan ng koponan as Edsel mag-isa scores here? The adjustments that they have to do, not only inside the court, but outside the court as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, these three key additions to the team are not new to basketball. They're not new to the industry. They've been playing with these guys for a long time also. And like what Coach said, no, tuloy lang yung sistema. Gagawin lang nila yung sistema na nakasanayan na. It's more of about still doing the right things, hustling, trying to get the ball. Yung dirty work tuloy pa rin kahit sa tatlong bagong players.
There's Ian Melencio. There's Dave Moralde. And there's Dexter Tolentino para naman sa Marikina Shoemasters. Melencio is actually familiar with Bacoor as he played with them in 2019 in a star-studded squad that included Gab Banal, Nick Demusis, and Michael Mabulak. Right now, a charge called against Edsel Mag-isa. Balik dito, Dexter Mescaliado, who started as the point guard para sa Marikina. How about this three-guard lineup of the Shoemasters with Ryan Sual, Dexter Mescaliado, and Enzo Joson?
Well, it has been working for them so far. And kita naman natin na maganda yung combination na pinapakita na itong three guards.
Right now, John Hamon is looking to form that good combination with Dave Moralde and Ian Melencio. Hamon could not make that one, but he has 2 threes to his name. Destacamento. Sorry, miss. Melencio's there to get the steal, but he's called for a traveling violation. Ian Melencio coming off of his stint mula sa Imus. JR Galit. Again, that guy, he was crucial in their previous game against San Juan. He only came in the second half, but he was able to contribute very well. 10 points, 2 assists, 4 out of 6 shooting, and a crucial basket to put them over the top. Enzo Joson, pass up top, recovery, but the steal could not be completed by JR Galit. 7 to work with para kay Enzo Joson. He has Bruce Fortuno, Dexter Mescaliado, Ryan Sual, and Carlo Dava on the floor. 5 on the shot clock. Dava will make that. Sual missing on the shot. (24-23). Bacoor down by 1. Dave Moralde, step back 3. Oh, that rolls in for him.
That was a tough shot by Dave Moralde. And a good defensive stop by Ian Melencio down below. But yeah, talking about that sidestep 3-point shot by Dave Moralde, he knew it was going to go in.
Oh, what a swipe that was, no, mula kay Ian Melencio. As you take a look at this replay, Dave Moralde, his first points wearing a Bacoor jersey. Bouncing out and going back in. As the Sazon answers back here for Marikina. 12 points in the ball game para sa kanya. well on pace to defeat his season average. Edsel mag-isa, basket and one.
That was a good play by Bacoor. Kita naman yung, that's the opposite of a high-low play. It's a low-to-high play. Kita natin dito ang lob pass, down to that drop pass, converting to that end one.
Is that a design play? Low-high?
Yeah, well, it's unusual, but it works.
They'll take it. Bacoor, as he also take a look at that jump shot, specialty of the house. Para kay Yves Sazon, 28-26, our score. Back here in Bacoor, Cavite for your matchup between the Strikers and the Marikina Shoemasters. Bacoor currently with 3 wins and 5 losses. They won their previous game, number 7 in the South Division, contra sa Marikina with 2 wins and 8 losses. They lost their previous outing and they are currently number 10 in the North Division, just above the Makati Manila Kingpin. Here's Sazon. That's his favorite shot, just couldn't get that one to go. Dave Moralde slowing things down. 29-26. Hoson looking to defend against Moralde here. They swing it over. Cross court, J.R. Galit. No bounce. Mag-isa gets it. Mag-isa able to score.
You know, Bacoor is doing the right thing. They're trying to swing the ball quickly up top para gumalaw yung defense. Kaya naman nakuha nila yung open shot dun sa baba para kay mag-isa.
Bruce Fortuno, catch and fire. That's too strong. Rebound, Melencio. Mika Abisamis mentioned no stars in this team. Everyone has to contribute in every aspect. J.R. Galit, great effort from him.
You know, this player, J.R. Galit, talagang hardworking lang talaga to. Ito yung workhorse na gusto mong meron ka sa team.
There's that miss mula kay Dave Moralde. You mentioned, there's the workhorse, J.R. Galit. He's a guard, if you think about it. But he gets those boards, and he gets the job done. Para sa Bacoor City Strikers. Balik dito, si Mark Pangilinan, and we're seeing Junji Halyare for the first time. Now we're seeing the depth of Bacoor. And that being said, I want to ask you, Garen, nakikita mo na ngayon, gano'n sila kalalim. How do you see them faring with the upper teams in the South Division?
Well, it's scary for the other teams. Etong Bacoor nga, adding 3 new key players nga, medyo mabigat na nga sila to begin with. Having that good system which uses everyone, sabi mo nga walang star player, nagkaroon ka pa ng 3 veteran players in Ian Molencio, Dave Moralde, tsaka kay Jan Hamon. So, it's scary for the other teams in the next games to come.
Sazon with 3 more points here. He's up to 15 in the first half. More than half of the points of Marikina. Turnover, 2-on-1. Hoson for 2.
You know, si Enzo Hoson, halata mo rin na medyo may nararamdaman pa sa kanyang ankle. But he's not showing it against Bacoor in this game. Kasi nga yung adrenaline rin na nararamdaman niya dito sa Strike Gymnasium, talagang napapatakbo talaga siya.
Traveling violation against Edsel Mag-isa has been a spark for Bacoor off the bench. 34-31 our score. as we bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OK Bet. Own the win. The steal mula kay Dexter Mescaliado. 2-on-1, just like what they do in training. Enzo Hoson laying it up and in. Balik ang bola sa Marikina. 34-31. 5 minutes and 10 in the second. Hoson, too strong. Rebound, mag-isa. Double team right there. They're able to escape it. Andretti Stevens now. First time as well in the ball game. Junji Halyare. They also have mag-isa, Galit, and Pangilinan on the floor. Stevens to Pangilinan for 3. That's good!
And here, Bacoor is slowly getting their momentum, getting those open shots, moving the ball very well.
37-31, Yves Sazon could not make that 3-point attempt. Slowly but surely, Bacoor building this lead. Pangilinan, that time it's short.
Key check for Pangilinan there.
But don't take that every day for him to shoot that 3. Enzo Hoson and Marikina down by 6. Hoson, clear path to the rim. Pass at the last second. They go to Sazon with a handoff. Another jump shot.
That's his shot right there, Yves Sazon. You know what's working for them is kahit na konti lang ang nagsascore for Marikina, hindi mapigilan ng Bacoor to.
Junji Halyare could not answer back. Rebound, it ends up with Galit. And how about Yves Sazon? Should we say he is a professional jump shooter?
That's right. I mean, that's your professional scorer right there in Yves Sazon.
He's up to 17 points here in the first half. Already matching his season average. Again, he is the 5th best scorer in the Mpbl. Problem is, they're down by 4 with 3:45 remaining before halftime. Basketball is filled with scoring, but it's not every day that you get to see a talent like this. A guy who can drive to the rim, make layups, a guy who can run the floor, make layups, but also a guy who can shoot jump shots here and there from mid-range and from the three-point area.
I mean, that's what you get from Yves Sazon, making things easy for Coach Elvis Tolentino. Finding a score in him, talagang reliable tong si Yves Sazon.
Sazon is also number 5 in the league in three-point shooting, 2.6 makes per game. And we mentioned number 4 in the league in minutes at 31.6 per outing. Babad na babad si Yves Sazon as he represents Marikina for another season here in the Mpbl. JR Galit at the line. First free throw is good. Lead is 5 points for the home squad. Bacoor looking for back-to-back victories while Marikina is looking to get back to the winning column. And there you see that beautiful blue crowd of the Bacoor City Strikers na kanilang pinapadala every time they have a game on the road. So because of that, every game of Bacoor feels like a home game.
I mean, that's all the support that you need. Siyempre, if you're Bacoor, ang sarap ng feeling na may sumusuporta sa'yo, lalo na when you're playing here at home or kahit saan man.
At ang sarap din ng feeling kapag nakikita ninyong nadadagdagan ang inyong koponan ng ilang star players dito sa Mpbl as a foul is called here against Mark Mantuano. Now, Mark Mantuano actually started off very well in this game, hitting mid-range shots.
Yeah, he's been the consistent guy for Bacoor nung first quarter nga. And now he's trying to get that rhythm back here in the second quarter.
Rebounding story, plus 15 para sa Bacoor City Strikers. Same thing that they had against San Juan. They were plus 14, 51-37. J.R. Galit, the drive, the kick. Andretti Stevens with the bounce pass. Balik kay Galit, tic-tac-toe.
You know what's nice about J.R. Galit kung napapansin mo, Mix? Walang emosyon yung mukha niya on defense and on offense. He just really plays hard every time.
Ironically, hindi siya nagagalit. 41-33. Mid-range shot is good para kay make that Nomer Gonzalez. Here's Andretti Stevens on to Junji Haliare. 2 minutes and 33. Mark Montuano trying to pound his way inside. No foul and no basket. Mezcaliado now. They're down by 6. They locate Gonzalez. Catch and fire. That's a 3.
That was a cold-blooded 3 by Gonzalez.
7 points in the ball game para sa kanya. Gonzalez coming off a 19-point, 11-rebound performance against Pasig City. He was that spark plug all game long, being the energy guy for the Marikina Shoemasters in their previous outing. Take a look at his performance today. A mid-range shot. All net right there. And then, playing as the trailer, able to make that 3 from top of the key. And because of that, he trims the lead down to 3 points. Let's talk about the numbers for Marikina and Bacoor.
Here for Marikina, ang malaking kailangan nilang ibahin talaga dito is the points allowed against their opponents. Marikina allows their opponents to score 81.2 points. Compare naman sa Bacoor na they can limit their opponents to 73.9 points. And sa rebounds, medyo dikit naman. So it's gonna be about the defense talaga ng Marikina dito that will play a big part if they want to win against Bacoor.
Oh, what a beautiful feed. Andretti Stevens to Lester Reyes.
Coming off a timeout, that's what you want to see from your team. Executing a good play.
Great vision right there mula kay Andretti Stevens, who was actually a defensive specialist here in the Mpbl. Lester Reyes will go to the line. He had 9 points and 11 rebounds in their previous outing. That guy getting a victory over his former team, the San Juan Knights. Can you just imagine kung ano yung naramdaman niya after that game?
Well, it's always good to play against your former team. Siyempre, iba nga yung feeling at saka yung adrenaline doon, yung pressure at kantsawan na meron sa mga dati mong teammates.
Besazon missing on the shot. It's 43-38. Malabas, Mark Montuano. Now on to J.R. Galit. Galit still has it. Off to Pangilinan with 10 on the shot clock. Two-man game. Montuano. Shot clock is down to 4. J.R. Galit now. Going left, leaning in, and he puts it in!
And still with that contact, wala pa ring expression sa mukha tong si J.R. Galit. He just wants to make his, gusto lang niya gawin yung ginagawa niya talaga, which is to play basketball.
9 points para kay J.R. Galit. Mezcaliado could not answer back. Lead is 7 here. Momentum belongs to Bacoor. Under a minute remaining in the first half. Pangilinan, catch and fire. No go. Rebound Montuano. Put back is good.
Yeah, Mark. Mark Montuano flexing over there. He was there in the right spot at the right time for that putback.
Foul given up by Andretti Stevens. They did have fouls to give as you take a look at this replay. That's what he's known for. Mark Montuano, one of the best in the league in offensive rebounding. Number 8 at 3.5 per ball game. He's not in the top 10 in overall rebounds, but he is in the top 10 in offensive rebounds. Malabas, Enzo Hoson. He will fire, and he will score.
That was a deep three. And then he's asking for a foul. Meron daw sa landing spot niya. Tumama si Andretti Stevens.
And remember, Enzo Hoson is nursing an ankle injury. That's why he's being even more careful on that landing spot. J.R. Galit, he's catching fire. And finally, he smiles.
Well, something good going for him. I mean, nakukuha niya na yung momentum niya ulit.
5 seconds to go. Enzo Hoson, no go. Andretti Stevens, he will fire this one up. Almost went in. And those people at the back of the rim were expecting it to go down. Well, that's going to do it, folks. You mentioned Marikina has to limit the points of their opponents. Right now, they give up 49 in the first half.
That's right. So far, hindi sila successful. No? Lalo na nga with guys like Mark Montuano, who's been very consistent in the first 2 quarters for Bacoor, hitting open shots and also making shots for himself.
Putbacks as well coming in para kay Mark Montuano, fresh off a 21-point, 10 rebound, 3 assists, 3 steals performance against the San Juan Knights in that big 3-point victory in Muntinlupa. Our score is 49-41 as we turn you over to Mika Abesamis.
Maraming salamat at kasama ko nga ngayon si Mark Montuano. Mark, sabi ni Coach kanina, everyone has to be involved. Pero kung lakas lang din ang pinag-uusapan, ikaw ang nagpakita nun ng first half, sabi mo nga, ganun. Lalo na sa offensive rebounds.
Talagang gusto namin talaga lang manalo nito, tsaka yung mga sinasabi ng coaches namin na kailangan din makabawi kami sa home court namin kasi nung first game nga namin tinalo kami. So ngayon gusto namin bumawi. So every possession talaga, kahit anong mangyari, kailangan kuhanin namin yung rebound. So tulong-tulong kami. Nasuswerte lang talaga na sa akin di pumapatak yung bola.
Pero Mark, nakita naman natin, hindi rin masama ang linalaro ng Marikina. So anong nasa isip mo para sa second half?
Siguro more on kami, defense, and syempre yung mga less turnovers namin. Tsaka mas execute namin yung play. Lalo na kasi minsan nagmamadali kami. Ako, aminado ako doon. So kailangan namin iset yung bola kasi mas lamang kami kung isiset namin at saka itatama namin yung mga tira namin.
Okay, maraming salamat and good luck sa mga plano mo. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Mpbl na, Mpbl.
Bakit ka Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League dito lang sa Strike Gymnasium in Bacoor, Cavite? I am Mika Abesames and I am with three very important people. Sir Dennis Abella, team owner of Bacoor, Dr. Richard Gomez, and of course, Dr. Rianji Pio Quinto. Sir, unahin ko na po kayo. The team is not 100%. Meron po tayong mga injuries, pero nakita naman natin, iba pa rin ang energy at effort ng Marikina dito sa first half.
Yes, despite the injuries na meron kami sa two of our players and one got sick last week, I guess maganda naman pinapakita ng mga players namin. And with the addition of our two new players, one is homegrown and one is player din namin before na nagbabalik sa Marikina.
At excited sigurado ako, sir, sa ang mga fans dyan sa mga bago niyong players. So, tawagan niyo po sila na suportahan pa ang Marikina.
Yes, nagpapasalamat lang kami sa mga supporters namin sa Marikina and nagka-thank you kami sa mga sponsors namin sa OKBet, Own the Win, at saka sa G5 Pansit and Sizzling, sa Tingog Party List, and kay Kirsten Gino of Sports Garage Apparel.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rianji Pio Quinto. Sir, you know it's my first time here in the Strike Gymnasium. It's been a pleasure so far. And the fans, they're extremely excited, lalo na sa mga bagong addition sa team.
Siyempre, talaga natutuwa rin kami. Every time, laging ganito ang suporta ng Bacoor sa amin. At laging silang masigla pag dito kami naglalaro at nakasuporta sa amin, manalo, matalo, talagang strikers fan sila.
At sir, dahil dyan, baka gusto mong batiin ang fans at to invite them to keep supporting the team.
Siyempre, lagi kong ini-invite at lagi akong nagpapasalamat sa mga suporta ng mga taga-Bacaoreño dito sa ating strikers. At siyempre, gusto ko rin pasalamatan ng ating mga sponsors, ang Bacoor Antioxidant na pinangungunahan ni Dr. Richard Gomez, JCA Sports, 24 Alkaline Sea, Siomai King, at syempre ang ama ng Bacoor, si Mayor Strike Revilla, ang kanyang asawa, si Shay, si Ma'am Shay, ang kanilang anak, si Shaylee, si Rob, at syempre pinapasalamatan ko rin ang ating Vice Mayor ng Bacoor, si Vice Mayor Rowena Bautista, at syempre ang number one na supporter ng konsihal ng Bacoor, si Consi Vice Karen Evaristo na nanonood po ngayon. At syempre ang mga kapitan natin, sila Cap Jeff, sila Cap Mike, at sa lahat, hindi ko na maisa-isa, pasensya na kayo, lahat ng supporters ng ating Bacoor City Strikers.
Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Richard, meron po akong narinig na merong nagpapalakas dito sa mga players natin. Ano ba itong binibigay niyo sa kanila?
Binibigyan natin sila ng Bacoor, pinakamalakas na antioxidant sa buong mundo.
Okay, thank you very much. Once again, Dr. Richard Gomez, Sir Dennis Abella, and Dr. Rianji Pio Quinto.
Batiin ko rin pala ang anak ko, si Ezra and Enzo na nasa bahay ngayon.
I'm sure nanonood po sila. Maraming pong salamat at magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
3, 2, 1, Mpbl na, Mpbl na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao.
Score is 49-41. Just 1 point shy of the biggest lead of the ball game for the City Strikers, and they have been finding the bottom of the net all game long. Marikina actually, they started off red hot as well, shooting the basketball. These two teams have a decent percentage shooting from the field, but Bacoor able to get the advantage starting the second quarter.
That's right, Mix. You said nga, no, both teams have a decent field goal percentage, and medyo lumalayo nga lang ang Bacoor sa ibang mga aspects. Here in the second quarter, medyo lumalayo na nga sila, but it's still a ball game for Marikina. Hindi naman to malayo itong 8-point lead ng Bacoor.
Second chance. The offensive rebounding has been working for the Bacoor City Strikers. We talked about Mark Montuano as our best player of the half, and then coming off the bench, you have a guy like J.R. Gallet who doesn't even smile when he makes a basket. Two players in double figures for them. J.R. Gallet, there's that smile finally in his latest basket. Gallet, please break down the numbers for us.
Well, mapapasmile ka talaga kung meron kang 8-point lead sa game na to coming into the second half. But free throws, it's all working for Bacoor. 66% to the 33% of Marikina, only shooting 1 out of 3. So they have to be more aggressive going down the lane. And rebounds, eto, medyo malayo na talaga. 30 ng Bacoor kumpara sa 14 ng Marikina.
Plus 16, more than doubling it. And in the offensive glass, it is 12-2 in favor of the home squad. That's why they have an 8-point lead right now. Question is, can they continue in the second half? J.R. Gallet and Mark Montuano leading the way for Bacoor. On the other end, Ives Sazon, he's shooting the ball very well. 7 out of 16 from the field. But he sure has a lot of attempts to his name. Nomar Gonzalez and Enzo Hoson following him with 7 points each. The Bacoor City Strikers currently with 3 wins and 5 losses to their name. They won their previous game. They are number 7 in the South Division. Marikina, 2 wins, 8 losses. They dropped their previous outing, and they are number 10 in the North Division. The story of this game, 3 new players coming in for Bacoor: Dave Moralde, Ian Melencio, and Jan Hamon making their debut here on their home court. Paulo Castro making his first appearance in the ball game in the third quarter. He's being joined by Moralde, Montuano, Lester Reyes, and Eric Acuña. And defending for Marikina are Ryan Sual, who just committed that 3-point shot foul. And then it's Dexter Mezcaliado, Ives Sazon, Nomar Gonzalez, and Jexter Tolentino.
Yeah, so here in the second half, we see Marikina sticking with that zone defense nga, no? Challenging the 3-point ability of Bacoor. And in that possession, we see them fouling Paulo Castro in the 3-point line. Fortunately, hindi mo na shoot yung first free throw, but let's see if he can make the next 2.
Paulo Castro, there was one point in the Mpbl where he was the leading scorer back in the Datu Cup late in the season. Nanggaling sila sa Olivares College. They played for the Parañaque Patriots. Soon as he came in, he was explosive for Parañaque. He was averaging 20 points per ball game. And he is one of the mainstays of the Bacoor City Strikers from the 2019 Lacan season. That star-studded Bacoor squad that we have been talking about. 50-41 our score early here in the third. Mezcaliado, the spin, jump shot, no go, rebound, Montuano. Eric Acuña looking ahead. That guy is averaging 5.4 assists per ball game. Good for number 7 in the league. Cross court, Paulo Castro. 10 on the shot clock. Acuña, they swing it to Moralde. Balik kay Castro, catch and fire. No bounce, battle for the rebound, and it ends up with Ives Sazon. Sazon, you mentioned 17 points in the first half. Now he's up to 7 out of 17 shooting, almost a turnover. Good recovery. Mezcaliado with 9 on the shot clock. Dexter, too strong. Great effort by Garcia. Gonzalez, mid-range, finally a basket.
You know, in a game like this for Bacoor, I have noticed also that they're trying to experiment with their lineups, trying to see what works for them, who fits well together, and that's why we see here Paulo Castro getting minutes in the second half.
It's Dave Moralde. He will fire. Could not score. Moralde, 3 points to his name so far after that step back three in the first half. Escaliado making a bomb here, and he trims the lead down to 4.
And that's what's scary about Marikina. Slowly talaga, they always catch up with their opponents. And it's with that zone defense and the trust in their teammates na slowly nakakahabol talaga sila dito sa game na to.
Miss mula kay Montuano, rebound Gonzalez. Marikina looking good here at the start of the third. 5 points so far para sa kanila. Bounce pass, stolen away by Montuano. He had 3 steals in their previous outing. Acuna onto Castro. The drive, layup. Oh, great English on that one.
That was an interesting layup by Paulo Castro. It didn't look like it was gonna go in, but yung pag-ikot ng bola pataas. So it was kind of unusual, but good 2 points for Paulo Castro.
And that's why the crowd was surprised as well. 52-46. Jexter Tolentino looking for Sazon. Catch and fire. That's long.
Yves Sazon looking for that foul. Pero walang masyadong contact there. Kaya hindi tinawagan ng mga referee.
Balik sa Bacoor. 3 minutes gone by in the third. 2-3 zone ng Marikina. That's a specialty that they showed in their previous game against Pasig. The reason why they were able to stick with him until the very last possession. Lester Reyes off of that good feed mula kay Eric Acuna.
That was a good find by Eric Acuna, finding his big man down below. You know what I like about Eric Acuna also is that he really pushes the ball up top on fast breaks. Pero kaya pinakita rin niya in that possession that he can execute sa half-court offense.
Eric Acuna is also one of the mainstays of Bacoor. One of the usual starters in the Lacan season. So much trust being bestowed upon him as their point guard. Yves Sazon turning around and missing. Foul called on the loose ball against Bacoor. Take a look at the replay. Acuna, we mentioned, he averages 5.5 assists per ball game. Good for number 7 in the league. Able to locate Lester Reyes, who scores his 3rd and 4th points in the ball game. Yves Sazon nakawala. Basket and 1.
That was a good play by Yves Sazon, blitzing in that play. Dito kita natin, he was gonna go for that screen, but he blitzed. At yun nga, kita natin yung easy basket for Yves Sazon.
Inilagay si Dave Moralde sa kabilang posisyon. Sazon now about to reach 20 points. He does. 54-49. Quick answer back para sa Marikina. Paulo Castro working against that zone. They go to Acuna. Balik kay Castro. 10 on the shot clock. Eric has it on the left wing. Kick out. Moralde dancing through. Stolen away. Great effort mula kay Nomer Gonzalez. Sazon looking ahead. Sazon puts it up and he is fouled.
That was a good drive by Yves Sazon, showing his arms. At si Paulo Castro, wala nang ibang mapupuntahan kundi nga i-foul si Yves Sazon.
Yves Sazon staying aggressive here for Marikina. That guy did not start the season for the Shoe Masters as he was also drafted in the PBA. But nevertheless, he's back, and as soon as he was back, the scoring was never gone para sa kanya. Always in the top 10 in points per game para sa Mpbl. John Hamon checking back in. He had a couple of threes to his name in the first half. 2 to be exact. 23 and 4 so far para kay Yves Sazon, who also had 11 rebounds in their previous outing, alongside his 25 points. Acuna, they go to Moralde. Short, rebound Tolentino. Remember, Jexter Tolentino is playing under the weather, as reported by Mika Abisamis. Mescaliado will fire. He will score.
That was a tough shot. John Hamon was there up in his face, but he decided to take it anyway. Good decision, I guess.
How about Dexter Mezcaliado in his return for Marikina?
He's been very effective for Marikina, showing no signs of... Oh,
Mr. Alvarez, no signs of rust as well mula sa kanya.
that was a good strong move against 2 defenders.
Here's Sazon. The spin. What a matchup against Hamon. And he gets the foul.
Ives Sazon, kahit sinong itapat mo sa kanya, he really knows what to do. Ang dami niyang baon dito sa offense.
Take a look at Lester Reyes receiving that pass against a couple of white shirts inside, able to score. And then Ives Sazon fouled from behind by John Hamon. No words for the drums here in Bacoor. You know, you were asking me kanina, why does it feel so loud here in the arena? It's not exactly the biggest of the arenas that we have in the Mpbl, but because of that, yung sound dito, it bounces off quickly. That's why rinig na rinig sa ating mga microphone. At the same time, the people in Bacoor are so passionate, as you can hear right now, that they will react to every small thing, which is, of course, to the delight of the viewers watching on TV and on the live stream.
Well, besides the exciting plays done by the players here in the game, exciting rin yung mga hiyawan na pinaparinig ng mga fans dito.
That's right. At ihiyaw talaga sila kapag nakita nila si Mark Mantuano na bumabangga na naman sa loob. But it's tapped away, baseline inbound. May warning na maitatawag kay Mark Mantuano. 56-53 ang ating talaan. Referee is reviewing something. Here's Mantuano. They're up by 3. 4 minutes and 33 in the third. John Hamon will fire. Too strong. Rebound Mantuano. Ramirez, good cut. What a miss. Enzo Hoson back in the ball game. Looking for a teammate. Gonzalez is there. He decides to fire. It's short. The other end we go. Ramirez onto Mantuano. He's fouled.
Mark Mantuano really tough down below in the block. Kita mo, marunong talaga gumamit ng kanyang katawan. And if he doesn't make the shot, he's gonna get the foul.
Ian Milencio checking in para kay Eric Acuna. You know, we're not even seeing Rocky Asidre yet. Para sa Bacoor City Strikers, a testament to the depth that they have. Mantuano at the line. First free throw is good. That guy, he is the consistent starting power forward para sa Bacoor all these years. And he has worked very hard in the season. Kitang-kita mo, every time he plays, he pours his heart out. He flexes a lot, but he gives his all. As Edson Magisa checks back in para kay Lester Reyes. 5-point lead here. John Hamon already pressuring Mezcaliado. Oh, steal by Milencio. Easily a crowd favorite in Cavite. Edsel Magisa. Sorry, miss. Mantuano with another miss. It ends it with Edsel. At wala pa rin.
Sorry misses for Bacoor. They were getting those shots up high. Pero hindi nga lang pumapasok para dito sa Bacoor.
58-53. 3 minutes and 42 in the third. Mezcaliado onto Gonzalez. Very confident with his shot. Just couldn't get that one to go. Hamon inside. Mantuano again trying to pound his way. And that's a walk. Balik dito, Terence Garcia para kay Enzo Hoson, who again is still nursing an ankle injury, not 100% as reported by Mika Abisamis. Here's Sazon. Losing the basketball, catching it and shooting it. Was that a pass to himself?
Well, that was a very tough move by Yves Sazon, sweeping that ball. Pagka-rip niya, medyo nawala yung bola, pero deciding to shoot it anyway once he got it.
You know, at some point, we forget to say that everything he takes are tough shots. Battle inside, Montuano. There you go, the effort mula sa kanya.
That's what I'm saying about Mark Montuano. Not making his shots, but definitely getting the fouls that he wants.
And he's working with another big guy, Edsel Magisa. How about that front line para sa Bacoor? As Montuano flexes. You know, we have to count how many times he flexes in a game.
Well, we can put that in the stats for Mark Montuano for sure.
And for sure, he will hold the Mpbl record for that one. 59-53. Montuano, 13 points, 9 rebounds. And he will take a much-deserved breather. They're up by 7. Tatawid dito ni Nomer Gonzalez. He decides to attack Gonzalez. And that's a blocking foul. What can you say about the aggressiveness of Nomer Gonzalez? Is it just enough? Is it too much? Or kulang ba?
Well, I think he's trying to step up even more kasi kita natin in the first 2 quarters. I mean, until now, he's taking a lot of shots in the perimeter and some are going in, some are not, but I think that's what Coach Elvis Tolentino wants from him.
Gonzalez did have 7 points in the first half. Great effort right there mula kay Jexter Tolentino. 4 points para sa kanya. Lead is 5. Pass inside. Edsel Magisa. He gets it back.
Edsel Magisa getting hyped in that shot that he got. Kanina pa yung mga tira na yun, hindi lang pumapasok. So getting that shot, baka makuha na niya yung momentum niya ulit.
Gonzalez, they swing it over. Here's Terrence Garcia, the homegrown, kicking it out. Gonzalez, no good. And there is a foul on the loose ball. Natawagan si King Destacamento. And this is the effort by Edsel Magisa, the tallest guy on the floor. Dino Vale on the first one, but able to recover on the second try. Ryan Sual checking in para kay Terrence Garcia. Manageable lead here, 7 points. Jexter Tolentino playing under the weather. Battling it with the other bigs inside. Kita-kita mo, he does not necessarily have a big body.
Yeah, that's right. Very lengthy, very slim, but it's working out well for him. And as you mentioned, ngayon nga yung flu game na, no? So let's see what he can do for Marikina.
Second free throw is a miss. 62-56. Melencio onto Ramirez. Pass inside. They love that play, just could not complete it. Sazon, one guy ahead. Ives will go all the way for 2.
Yves Sazon simply skillful in scoring that basketball.
23 points para kay Yves Sazon. 62-58. 90 seconds here. Remaining in the third. They swing it to the corner. 9 on the shot clock. Ramirez. Kick out. Hamon for 3. He puts it in.
That was a good play. Opening up Jan Hamon in the wing with that dribble and kick out for the 3-point shot.
And you saw his wife, Elisa Fajardo, on the screen. She's used to that. Mezcaleado missing. able to get the rebound. That's one thing, no, na people always forget. Coaches like to teach that you follow your own shot.
That's right, and that's what he did. And that's the effort that you see from Mescaliado. And usually players nga, lalo na on the defensive side, they forget to box out the shooters kasi iniisip nila iba yung kukuha. But yeah, that's what you want to see from your players, getting your own rebounds.
Mescaliado at the line as we turn you over to Mika Abisamis.
You know, Dexter Mascaliado is happy to be back in Marikina as a guard forward. He said he has always been comfortable playing for Coach Elvis as he played for him in PCU. He wanted to be a pilot before being a basketball player. Instead, dito na lang daw natin siya makikita lumipad sa kanyang mga layup. Mix, Garrett.
Thank you, Mika, for that one. Here he is. Lumilipad na naman si Dexter Mescaliado, but that time around for a jump shot.
Narinig yata yung report ni Mika, nagpasikat tuloy itong si Dexter. But yeah, kita naman natin. I mean, it's an interesting fact, no, na gusto niya maging pilot and now he's playing for the Mpbl. It's still a good achievement to have, of course.
Edson Mag-isa getting an achievement here by scoring inside. But going back to Mika's report as you take a look at this replay, pass to no one, it ended up with Mag-isa. Not sure if Ian Melencio designed that play, but they'll take it. Pero naisip ko lang, kasi ang taas ng sweldo ng mga piloto eh. No? At some point kaya gugustuhin niyang bumalik sa puntong yun. Because as we know, you play basketball up to only a certain age.
That's right.
I don't know how old he is right now, but after that, what's he gonna do? And will that passion come alive once more para kay Dexter Mescaliado? Baka yun yung report ni Mika sa next game ng Marikina. Tignan natin. Kung may plano pang magpiloto muli si Dexter Mescaliado. 68-64. 10 seconds to go before the end of 3. Marikina still sticking with it. Ines Sazon, no go. Oh, great effort by Gonzalez. Losing time right there. Nevertheless, Marikina wins the third quarter by 4 points.
Well, here we see Marikina is just down by 4 points against Bacoor. And we've seen Bacoor really adjust a lot in their offense. But guys like Ives Sazon scoring 24 points already for only three quarters in the game.
Ives Sazon had 17 in the first half. Patuloy ang magandang nilalaro. He is 1 point shy to beat his previous game performance of 25 points. 68-64 our score after 3. We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OK Bet. Own the win. Ives Sazon skying high for that layup. Not only scoring baskets off of his jump shots, but also on the fast break. Again, he's up to 24 points here as we begin the fourth and final frame in Bacoor. Ives Sazon will begin the last frame at the bench. As Marikina now has Enzo Hoson, Ryan Sual, Nomer Gonzalez, Carlo Dava, and Dexter Mescaliado on the floor.
Here we see, in the 3 quarters, Marikina actually winning that third quarter by 4 points. And kaya naman, they're only down now by 4 points in this ball game.
But a dominant second quarter by Bacoor, plus 11 para sa kanila. Question is, can they do the same here to try to defend their home court once more in the MPBL. They are beginning with J.R. Galit, Edsel Mag-isa, Ian Melencio, Mark Mantuano, and Mark Pangilinan. Remember, J.R. Galit had 11 points in the first half. Did not see action in the third quarter.
I was actually surprised he wasn't put back in the third quarter. He's your steady guy nung second quarter nga. But then again, I don't know, coach's decision, I guess.
Again, they are a very deep team in Bacoor. Enzo Hoson, too strong. They get the ball back. Mezcaliado, catch and fire. That's too strong. Rebound. They end up with Mantuano. 68-64. J.R. Galit to Edsel Mag-isa. Spinning his way and getting the foul.
J.R. Galit showing that he can also pass the ball. He could have taken that shot, floater, kung ano man. Kaya niya yun. But then he saw Edsel Mag-isa, nag-iisa down there, getting that foul.
Edsel Mag-isa has been aggressive in this game. That guy came from Muntinlupa in the previous long season of the MPBL. First free throw is a miss. Edsel currently has 11 in the ball game and 13 big rebounds. A double-double for him. Rebound Hoson off of the missed free throws. Marikina pushing it. Enzo Hoson, he's fouled.
Enzo Hoson staying aggressive here to start the fourth quarter, which is a good sign for you if you were Coach Elvis Tolentino.
Take a look at the replay. Enzo Hoson running the floor, being chased by J.R. Galit. And he will go to the line. Familiar place para kay Enzo Hoson, number 1 in the league in free throw shooting, as we turn you over to Mika Abisamis.
Enzo Hoson is clearly not happy about his injury. When you are young and energetic, this is the worst time to get this. But you know what he is happy about? Being compared to Wesley Gonzalez. Don't they look alike?
Actually, yeah.
Actually, same number pa sila, number 15, yung Wesley Gonzalez, ha?
Idol ba niya yun, si Wesley? Andiyan pa ba si Mika? Pero maybe we can get back to her later on. But yeah, it makes sense, no?
Actually, it does, no? Even the mustache netong si Enzo Hoson, parehas kay Wesley Gonzalez.
Mika's here.
Hi guys, yes, nandito pa ako at oo, idol niya si Wesley Gonzalez doon sa isang blue school in Katipunan na hindi namin chineer ni Garen nung college. Thanks, Garen.
That's right. Huwag na natin pag-usapan yung kabilang school na yun, Mika.
You know what, I'm also not from Ateneo. So, magkakapit tayong lahat dito. As Mark Pangilinan misses from 3. Oh, wow. Can I just say I appreciate that report. Kasi, nga no. Kamukha nga niya si Wesley Gonzalez. Well, let's see if the MPBL fans also agree to that. Those of you watching right now, the question of the day, kamukha nga ba talaga ni Enzo Hoson si Wesley Gonzalez? There you go. Do respond. We're tied at 68. The Marikina Shoemasters looking good on the road. Again, this team currently, they have a record of 2 wins and 8 losses. They lost their previous game. They are number 10 in the North Division. Bacoor, they have 3 wins and 5 losses. They won their previous game and they are number 7 in the South. Obviously, that being said, they are underdogs coming into today's ball game, the Marikina Shoemasters. But right now, we are tied at 68. And they're winning the fourth quarter so far.
That's right. They're actually slowing down the offense of Bacoor, which is a good sign. Kasi yun nga yung pinag-usapan natin, start pa lang ng game. It's all about making stops for them. And Enzo Hoson over there, creating a good play for that easy 2 points.
What a beautiful pass by Wesley Gonzalez. Enzo Hoson locating his teammate for that basket. Lead is back with Marikina. Easily answered back by Mark Mantuano. The last time Marikina led was 22-17. That was back in the first half. As right now, whistle is blown against Bacoor. Take a look at this replay.
This was the perfect head fake of Enzo Hoson, leaving that drop pass for that easy 2 points.
And then on the other end, Lester Reyes locating Mark Mantuano. Well, that guy has been consistent all night long para sa Bacoor. Ives Sazon, want to talk about consistency?
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Mpbl Sazon is not done. Talagang patuloy pa rin ang kanyang scoring ability dito sa game na to.
At again, hindi na po yan tough shot. Normal shot na po yan para kay Ives Sazon. Ian Melencio cannot answer back. Hoson looking ahead. They're up by 2. Marikina looking for a big upset on the road. Enzo Hoson for 2.
Wild Wild West coming to life.
Yun ba yung nickname ni Wesley Gonzalez?
Yun yung nickname ni Wesley Gonzalez.
Bagal ko dun. I'm so sorry. As Enzo Hoson puts it in for 2, extending the lead of Marikina to 4 points. The top 2 scorers of Marikina. 2 of the top 5 in the league in that department coming alive in the 4th quarter. Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, maraming salamat sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Today, we are in Bacoor, and on Friday, we will be in the San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan for the very first time this season. Wala po tayong home team, but we are exhibiting another venue for the Mpbl, another triple header para sa inyo. So sa lahat po ng mga taga Bulacan who surely miss the basketball action dahil wala silang kupunan in this season, we will take the action to you once more. Do enjoy it on Friday. Kakasama tayo muli dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Right now, it's a 5-point lead for Marikina, an 11-2 run for them. 75-70. Mark Montuano, no go, rebound Hoson. Enzo Hoson again running the floor, able to create space, just could not convert. Takbo tayo sa kabila. Dave Moralde, that's his specialty. Moralde, another miss. Galit on the putback.
And that's what you get from JR Galit. Yung second chance points talaga. Kukunin ni JR Galit ang bola.
Ooh, a turnover para kay Dexter Mezcaliado. Sorry one right there, but they still have the lead here with 5 minutes and 49 remaining in the 4th. There's the miss mula kay Dave Moralde. And JR Galit, we talked about him, just doing his work. On the other end, Galit, not even doing anything. not much para sa Bacoor, but able to force a turnover. Nawalan ng espasyo doon. Mezcaliado still apologizing to Coach Elvis Tolentino.
And you know what's nice about JR Galit is that whenever he's on the floor, talagang nagtatrabaho siya para sa'yo. Walang reklamo. If you put him out, he doesn't give you that sad look or sad energy. He trusts the coach, and kung papasok siya, he's gonna do everything when he's inside the floor.
Galit is one of the revelations in this season of the MPBL, getting that board and running the floor now. And that's a foul against Enzo Hoson. Take a look at it. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's a clear foul. Pero what you like about this is walang nagalit talaga. Oh. Foul lang, clean foul lang. Walang pikunan. And no pun intended in that. Talagang gusto ko lang sabihin, they're just playing hard basketball. No pun intended.
Yep. Yeah, tatanggapin ko na lang yun. 75-72. So Marikina still sticking with that zone. Aren't they?
Yes, they are. Kita natin dito, yung 2-3 zone. Bacoor is not really taking advantage of that. Actually, Marikina is making a lot of stops with that 2-3 zone. So why change something when it's actually working out for you?
Mescaliado. 2 screens up top. Dexter will fire. Stepping on the line. Could not get it to go. Nomer Gonzalez goes flying. And that is a foul against Bacoor. A little bit of sense of urgency here, Garen, because another 5 minutes and Bacoor is down.
That's right. Last 5 minutes to go in this quarter, in this game. And they're still down by 3 to Marikina.
You know, you have to commend Caloocan and Laguna as well as Marikina. They came here as underdogs and they gave us 3 close games in Bacoor. Enzo Hoson, short, rebound, tapped by Galit. Wow. I mean, if that does not display the effort of the players on the floor, then I don't know what else
Tignan
would.
mo, JR Galit, poker face pa rin. Parang walang nangyari.
Di nasaktan. We'll take a break. 3-point lead for the road squad. Earlier today, the Manila Stars defeated the Laguna Croatia Heroes, but it was much closer than you think right there. And San Juan able to win by 5 against Caloocan. We mentioned these teams came in Bacoor as underdogs. Laguna, Caloocan, and Marikina. But they have given us great games today. A beautiful day again for Mpbl basketball. Ives Sazon, no foul. Galit is running. JR Galit still has it. Great swipe by Dexter Mescaliado. Sazon. Oh, what a big time 3.
Ives Sazon had that lane open for him but decided to go for the 3. But it was a successful shot by Ives Sazon.
Ives Sazon. Monster game para sa kanya muli. Great blocks right there for Marikina. Number of stops mula sa kanila. Counter steal. Montuano, free throw. That's good. Lead down to 4.
Ngayon, naghahabol pa ang Bacoor. I mean, hindi naman sila nape-pressure dito, but we see that every possession counts from here.
Here's Mescaliado. Up top, working with Gonzalez, Sazon, Tolentino, and Hoson. Great block. Sazon, recovery, no good. Acuna on the other end, working with Galit, Reyes, Montuano, and Moralde. Forward pass. Montuano, same shot, different result. Battled for the loose ball, and ends up with Moralde. Wow, a lot of action happening.
That's right, makes so much things happening here inside the floor. But no one's really making a basket right now.
We bring you this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Catch and fire for Ives Sazon. Bombs away for you, sir. Again, he averages 2.5 3-point makes per game. Good for number 5 in the league in that category. And he comes alive at the perfect time para sa Marikina. They're up by 4 on the road to try to get this upset against a stacked team in Bacoor who is debuting, or who are debuting Ian Melencio, Dave Moralde, and Jan Hamon in this season. Mark Pangilinan, he's fouled. That's the fourth foul on Enzo Hoson. 3 free throws para kay Mark Pangilinan. He is the number 1 3-point shooter in the league. 3.4 makes per game. 46% from downtown. But now he's being tested at a different area.
Yeah, that's right. Iba rin talagang usapan ng 3 points sa free throw line. For some reason, mas maraming pressure pag nasa free throw line ka. Siyempre, all eyes on you. Clock's not moving. And siyempre, eto nga, lahat naghihiyawan na dito sa Bacoor.
Second free throw is good, to the delight of the fans of Bacoor, which they usually send with a bus. Nagpapadala sila ng isang bus kung saan man naglalaro ang City Strikers. Right now, they are at home. This very loud strike gym in Bacoor, Cavite. Lead down to 2, courtesy of Mark Pangilinan. 3 minutes and 10 remaining. Pescaliado. Same lineup, just with Enzo Hoson playing with 4 fouls. Pescaliado will fire. No good. Again, he follows his shot, and the putback is good.
That's the right thing to do. Don't give up on your shot. Don't give up on a play. At yun na naman nga, the shooter got his own rebound for that 2 points.
15 points for the returning Dexter Pescaliado for Marikina. Dave Moralde answers back. Dave Moralde scoring a basket for his new team. He is already a seasoned veteran here in the Mpbl. 80-78. Down the wire here. Pescaliado with the push. No call, and he makes a basket.
That was a surprise flop by Dave Moralde in that possession.
4 on 5, Ian Melencio. No answer yet. Foul here. That is against Marikina. This is the recent highlight. Do you think that was supposed to be a call?
Well, medyo halata yung pagka-exaggerate doon ni Dave Moralde, kaya hindi na tinawagan ng referee. But there was a push-off, definitely.
Nestor Reyes at the line. Crucial free throws off the glass and in.
I mean, you'll take it, right, if you're Bacoor. Every point counts right now.
82-79. Second one. It's a miss. Rebound Gonzalez. Danger the situation. Great recovery right there. This last 2 minutes is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. 82-79. Marikina with the lead. Enzo Hoson. No good. Rebound Melencio. Oh, good steal by Pescaliado. Counter steal by Moralde.
Good D by Dave Moralde, diving for that ball.
This house is about to go down. Dave Moralde for 3. No!
Oh!
82 all. 7 on the shot clock for Ives Sazon. He's being defended by Pangilinan. No good. Batted with the loose ball. It will remain with Marikina. 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining. We are tied at 82.
Dave, I'm still speechless with that shot by Dave Moralde.
Take a look at that recent play. Batted for the loose ball. Referees are going to review that. Ian Melencio. It looks like it was off of him. Good effort mula kay Jexter Tolentino. Ball will remain with Marikina. Tied at 82. 1 minute and 5 remaining in the last game of your Mpbl Tuesday. 2 timeouts remaining para kina Coach Elvis Tolentino and Marikina, and 2 timeouts as well for Bacoor. Jan Hamon checking back in. So as you can see, the new players getting crucial minutes here for the strikers. Jan Hamon subbing in para kay Dave Moralde, and they still have Ian Melencio on the floor, being joined by Mark Montuano, Lester Reyes, and Mark Pangilinan. 49 bench points para sa Bacoor. Hoson, the drive, he puts it up. Oh, basket and one!
Alam mo, Migs, minsan talaga, kung kailan ka pa may nararamdaman na injury, mas nafa-fire up ka. And plays like this, Enzo Hoson stepping right through for that shot and the end one.
Enzo Hoson, 14 points in this ball game. He is the number 3 best scorer in the Mpbl, averaging 18.2 per game. The number 1 foul shooter with 5 makes, 88% from the line, and he gets the bounce that time around. More importantly, a 3-point lead for the Marikina Shoemasters. Tawag dito ang timeout ng Bacoor. That is their second to the last one. 58 seconds remaining. They're down by 3. Garen, what are your expectations in the final minute?
Well, I'm so surprised with what's happening to this game. And actually, my question in the start of the game was, kaya ba mag-close out ng Marikina against a star-studded team like Bacoor? And so far, pinapakita nila na kayang-kaya talaga nila with the likes of Ives Sazon and Enzo Hoson leading the team. But here, coming up for this play, I don't know what Bacoor is gonna do, but for sure, they're gonna execute something very well.
Marikina currently number 10 in the North Division, 2-8. Obviously, they want to rack up those wins if they want to stand a chance to qualify for the playoffs or even get home court advantage in the long run. Long way to go. Just halfway through our 2022 Mpbl season. In the other end, Bacoor is number 7 in the South. They are currently in the playoff picture, but if you see the roster right now, obviously they want to qualify as a higher seed in the playoffs to get home court advantage. Nevertheless, we focus on tonight. A 3-point ball game here in the Strike Gym in Bacoor, Cavite. The road squad, the Marikina Shoemasters, coming into town as underdogs, taking control here in the last quarter, up by 3 with 58 seconds to go. Mark Pangilinan will be inbounding as he works with Ian Melencio, Jan Hamon, Lester Reyes, and Mark Montuano. Defending them are Enzo Hoson, Ives Sazon, Jexter Tolentino, Nomer Gonzalez, and Dexter Mescaliado. What a story for this game. 3 new players coming in for Bacoor: Melencio, Moralde, and Hamon. And we have Mescaliado returning for Marikina, contributing very well for the white shirts. Couple of wet spots on the floor as there is a slight delay before we play the last minute, the longest minute in basketball, as we should say. Still some wet spots here being cleared by the referees para walang magiging disgrasya in the last minute. But can you sense the tension dito sa loob ng Strike Gym?
Yeah, actually ako hindi nga ako makaupo ng maayos ngayon eh. I mean, like what you said, this last minute, the pressure is really high and the tension is really strong right now.
The crowd obviously feeling it. If they enjoy the games on the road, dahil pinapadala nga rin sila ng Bacoor kung saan man, paano pa kaya kung dito sa kanilang home court? A lot of pride at stake. Again, this team, Bacoor, we've seen their crowd in the playoffs, how passionate they are, and they've already reached the South Division semifinals. So this is only a preview of what we can possibly see in the playoffs, but Bacoor is going to have to do it by entering it with a higher seed. All right, 14 on the shot clock, sideline inbound. Marikina sticking with that zone. Melencio onto Hamon. Shot clock down to 7. Ian Melencio, no go. Rebound Marikina. 2 teams in penalty. 2 timeouts para sa Marikina. Isa na lang para sa Bacoor. Shot clock reads 10 seconds. Enzo Hoson using the screen up top. Leaning in. Hess. Enzo Hoson puts it in for 2.
Big shot by Enzo Hoson. I was actually expecting Ives Sazon to get that ball from him, but Enzo Hoson wanted that possession.
Enzo Hoson has been clutch para sa Marikina Shoemasters, delivering here at the very, very important stage of the ball game. Again, he's playing through an ankle injury, or with an ankle injury, and here he is, again showing us why he is one of the best scorers in the league.
That's right. Well, ngayon, kita natin, wala siyang nararamdaman. He's cold-blooded right now, and focus lang talaga niya makuha yung panalo para sa Marikina Shoemasters.
17 points para kay Enzo Hoson, 10 coming in this quarter. The very definition of clutch in basketball as he extends the lead to 5 points. And what would be a big upset here on the home court of Bacoor in the debut of Ian Melencio, John Hamon, and Dave Moralde. Bacoor still holding on to some hope here. 27 seconds to go. Shot clock reads 12. John Hamon, no go. Rebound Montuano. Kick out. Pangilinan for 3. Another miss. And the ball ends up with Ives Sazon. Shot clock is no more. 11 on the game clock. And what a performance here by the Marikina Shoemasters, who are looking to hold on to this 5-point lead with 10 seconds remaining.
And that has been the story of the game for Marikina and Bacoor. Enzo Hoson really stepping up big time for this game despite that ankle injury na nakuha niya nga last game. And with that zone defense by Coach Elvis Tolentino, you know, some teams would actually say na it's not gonna work all throughout, but with them, talagang nakasanayan na nila yung 2-3 zone defense na yun at na-perfect na nila, I could say, getting this win with that defense.
It's not every day that you can say that a team has mastered the 2-3 zone so well that it's so effective at this level of basketball.
That's right. And yun nga, like what we say, why fix something that's not even broken? So yun na nga, they're out here getting that win with that successful defense.
Marikina, they come into town. Dexter Mescaliado returns for the white shirts, and he contributes very well, especially in the second half. Enzo Hoson coming alive in the clutch. Ives Sazon staying consistent as their number 1 scorer. Those 3 were the top 3 performers para sa Marikina in this night as they spoiled the return of Ian Melencio and the arrival of John Hamon and Dave Moralde. What a game. The third close game that we had for your Mpbl Tuesday, as this player of the game highlight is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet, own the win. You know what? All game long, it was Ives Sazon. Then we saw Dexter Mescaliado provide crucial baskets for them. But in the end, where it mattered the most, Enzo Hoson came alive.
That's right. Talking about Marikina, naghahanap nga tayo ng closer for them. And dito na nga lumabas si Enzo Hoson, being that clutch player that he is para sa Marikina Shoemasters.
They win on the road. Marikina back on the winning column. 89-82, the final score as we turn you over to Mika Abisamis.
Maraming salamat, Enzo. We all know that you're not 100% today. But during that final quarter and your last possessions, your performance was were close to perfect. And sabi nga ni Garen Elordeno, you and Ives Sazon made it very easy for Coach Elvis tonight.
Yun nga po, siguro sa amin statement game ulit. So we just want to leave everything sa floor na ibalik yung tiwala sa amin ng mga coaches.
At dahil dyan, tiwala ka rin sa fans mo na mga nagsasabing kamukha mo daw si Wesley Gonzalez.
Tagal na. Okay, sawan na. Pero idol ko yun.
Meron ka bang mga gustong batiin?
Yan sa family and sa girlfriend ko and sa supporters ng Marikina. Salamat sa walang sawang pagsuporta sa amin and please continue to support us in our games. Thank you.
Okay, maraming salamat. Congratulations sa'yo and of course to the rest of the team. Balik sa inyo, Migs and Garrett.
Thank you, Mika. Thank you, Enzo, for that fun fact. Matagal na nga niya daw nakamukha si Wesley Gonzalez. He claims it. On Friday, we'll see you guys in Bulacan for the first time this season for Bataan versus Sarangani, Muntinlupa versus Valenzuela, and Rizal versus Caloocan. What an eventful day. Again, here in the MPBL, 3 close games given to us by Laguna, Caloocan, and Bacoor. Unfortunately, they all lost today against Marikina, or make that Manila, San Juan, and Marikina respectively. A huge upset on the road by the Shoemasters, again spoiling the arrival of 3 players for the Strikers. Thank you for joining us. In behalf of my partner, Karen Elorde, our courtside reporter, na si Mika Abisamis, my name is Migs Gomez. Maraming salamat po. Ito po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPB